Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Catching Up. I'm your host, Jack Smith, joined today by Elon Butler from the softball team. Thanks for coming and catching up with us, Elon.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. I wanted to start by asking you kind of a simple question. What does softball mean to you?
Softball has basically been my everything. It's been my life since I was like 4 years old. It's been, yeah, just basically my everything. It's what I love. It's my passion. It's what I do. I love it.
What is it about softball that you love so much?
I love just how competitive it is. I love how like there's a very good like family aspect. Like your teammates always have your back. And it's just the energy. I love just like hitting. I just love fielding. Like the sounds that everything makes, just everything. It's just every single little detail about it, I just love.
Are you a competitor at heart?
Yes,
No,
absolutely.
don't worry, I am too. What is it
Yeah.
that causes you to be a competitor, you think?
Basically, why I think I'm so competitive because it's just how I was raised. Like ever since I was little, I've been playing like I was a little girl playing two-hand touch football with the boys and just going out there getting my hair all messy, getting everything just like I was just there. And like as far as like my family goes, we always had competitions like every year. Like we Christmas doing baking competitions, playing Monopoly, dominoes. Nobody plays dominoes, all this stuff, spades, all that. It's just how I was raised. It's just my family, pretty much. Yeah.
I guess the important question is, did you win?
Not okay. When you're little and you're at the dominoes table, you don't step on the dominoes table. But like when I was playing two-hand football, for sure, I was out there balling.
I think that's awesome. How does that contribute to your life in softball, both on the field and off the field, practicing, playing games? How does that drive you?
I think a lot of the reason why I have such drive for this sport is because of where I would like want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I not to be like, that person, but I feel like I really feel like I have a lot of potential and I really do feel like I can go really far with the sport. So that kind of just drives me to be like, hey, like let's reach that. You know what I'm saying? So I work never take reps off, always driving, pushing to be better so I can reach my potential, potentially get to my goals.
Why do you see that in yourself? What causes you to see that future in your path?
I just have a really ever since I was little. Well, first of all, ever since I was little, I've been told like, oh, this girl's kind of good. Like this girl's kind of good, like, and I just have kind of heard it, and it went in and out because I always thought it was taught. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was taught, and then this past weekend, or not this past weekend, but a couple of tournaments ago, I really just saw I did really well in this really high exposure tournament. And I just saw that this is me. This is not some really good tournament that I just did really good in. I just felt like that was me as a player, and that could be me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
What are some
that's
of the
what I want to
specific
be.
things you hope to accomplish?
Well, I want to be an Olympian one day. That's like the biggest thing. Like that's like my biggest goal. But I want to be considered like one of the best to ever play. I think that's
I,
my biggest
I think
thing. Yeah.
that's a big driving factor for a lot of people. How does Mitty softball help you do that, and how have you kind of contributed your talent and your skills to the Mitty softball program?
Well, first of all, I love the mini softball program. It's so much fun playing there, and I love it over there. And how it's contributed, I think it's just pretty much like I just it's a good question. And how it's contributed, I feel like the culture is definitely part of like how it's contributed to my life. Like Coach Jockey is always pushing us and driving us to be better than we were yesterday, and I feel like that's like what I want to do with my life. So yeah, probably the culture for
Is
sure.
there culture with you and your teammates as well?
Oh yeah, we're super tight. Like we are super tight. We do a lot together. We have so much fun together. Like me and Jamie, we doing dance parties before games and stuff. Like we be getting lit. Like I love all my girls. I love them.
Why do you think that helps you on the field?
It just brings a sense of camaraderie and like it reaffirms that like hey like I got your back. We've been through this, we've been through that, we had this laugh, we had this moment together, so I got you and you got me.
And then On a different note, how did the COVID-19 pandemic, how did that change after we were hit and put in quarantine? I know it's been tough for a lot of teams and a lot of athletes. How did it
For
affect
sure.
you and how did it affect the softball program?
For sure. So, funny story. We were doing team bonding at Mod Pizza, and we were all sitting around the table. We were really excited for the season because we got a new coach. We got a pretty solid lineup. So, we were really excited. And we were at Mod, and it was just like, oh, we're not going to school. And I was like, what? We were all kind of joking about it, like, hey, 2 weeks off. And then we realized, like, we can't have a season. And we were like, oh, crap. Like, we were really excited for this season. So I was really sad that the season wasn't going to happen. But yeah, I feel like for me personally, it's been like a good reflection time to like really think about myself and really think about what I really want to do in this game. So yeah.
What were some of the things you found out about yourself?
Um. Well, a huge part was I had like a little bit of a confidence issue. I had a little bit of I used to like avoid my mental game. Sometimes I get a little off, and I really just try to focus on being like relentless in literally every single thing. I actually read this book and teach me how to be like have more of a Mamba mentality, but also being very much a like a, just a baller. It's just a really good book actually. Yeah.
And so then what were you able to do once you found that out about yourself? What were your next couple steps?
So I basically just kept on having positive reaffirmations and positive like just making sure I reaffirm to myself that I'm good and I'm secure. You know what I'm saying? So after that, after I realized like, okay, so this is what drives you to do certain things and this is what drives you to do certain things, right? So having that attack mentality, that Mamba mentality, it's because for me, like that side comes out when I take something very personal. Like when someone comes after, like when someone does something that I don't like, that's when that comes out. And figuring out that hey, like this is who you are, and I know this is who you are. So figuring out okay, so doing this makes me do this, this, and this, right? And having that mentality consistently throughout like my performance really helped me to just really just dial in and get into that space so I can perform better.
And then going into this season to kind of finish this off, go full circle, what kind of goals and expectations do you have this season for yourself personally and for the team?
Well, I really want us to win CCS if we're gonna have, with all the COVID stuff, But I really want us to win CCS this year, of course. And for me personally, I just want to be more of a leader. I want to take that leader role. I want to be able to present myself as more of a leader and just be able to, be able to establish that, hey, this is what we do here and this is what we're going to continue to do.
What do you think that will take? What do you need to develop? What kind of things do you need to do to become a better leader?
I think I need to be more outspoken. Sometimes I can be very kind of shy, laid back, and reserved. I think I need more outspoken. I think I need to personally keep working on stuff that I'm working on. Maintaining like through thick and thin, not getting extremely upset or not getting like extremely happy, just being like, you know, and just being able to hold people accountable and just establishing that this is what we do here, and this is what we're going to continue to do, and just help the team win.
I don't think you're going to have a problem being outspoken. Obviously, your personality shines through, and I'm sure the team will see that. And I hope you guys are able to have a season. And I wish you guys
Yeah.
good luck. But I want to thank you so much for coming and catching up with us, Elon.
Thank you.